It's a lot of damage potential here as they look for the Winter's Bite. They will be able to connect it onto Gumayusi, who does get stunned up by that passive carrier completely out of the blue stuff, and down he will go. Zeus picks up first blood as the Tangle Bob's going to go wide. Carrier flashing away, just trying to draw them away from Gumayusi, but Zeus just solo kills him.
This is looking like it's just a HLE Herald.
Well, that is the steadfast presence as the Pop Blossom does find two. Down goes Zeus. He just gets popped like a balloon. Viper kind of untouched, but Doran is just a brick wall. It's so hard for this Lucian to do anything as the Shockwave plays all those sorts of things. It's going to take a while, but he is extraordinarily dead. They want to give the kill over to Viper, but he's unable to get it.
Is going to be the next one to be caught in sides.
Yeah, we've seen this play, this exact play that was like 5 minutes ago as Faker's going to get stunned up by the concussive blows. That will line up the heroic charge so comfortably.
Guma's in a really good position here, very difficult to punish.
Doran's getting impatient as he just flashes on top of Viper. He tries to get out, but the Pop Blossom was waiting for him, and Faker just full information as this was started up, but Owner is going to get into position. This is risky from HLE as Zeus. He moves on over. Pop Blossom is going to connect once again. They look to take down Viper, and there he goes. This time it's going to be a trade, and the Poppy does secure the Otacon. But now we're going between worlds as Zeus looks for Gumayusi. Can they return the favor? Yes! And it's Peanut that locks down that kill. Now there's concussive blows on everyone. The Braum from the grave is still getting the work done as the Justice Punch onto Zeka doesn't find the mark, and Peanut is just heroically charging all over this top lane and will be able to take down Doran. Just a lonely Gargoyle left on T1. Faker still trying to do something about this, but it is just going to be Baron secured by HLE. The interruption on the taunt, and Faker is going to get taken down. The health bars are looking low, but Peanut is a brick wall to stand in front of HLE, and they just systematically took everything from the top side of the map.
And they fall like dominoes T1 do in this game. It was such a close game, and then suddenly, piece by piece, some failed attempts as Carrier again fishing.
Yeah, not going to quite find the angle here. They still managed to kill Zeka despite everything as heroic charge comes down. Doran dealing with a turret and Viper plus Peanut is going to be a little bit of a bridge too far, and so he will be taken out as well. Man, who is just all over him. Heroic entrance comes down defensively, but they can also use it as an offense as Zeus might get caught, and he is just going to be put in the Cataclysm. The culling comes through though, and Owner is going to be taken out as well. Viper relatively untouched in the back end as Faker goes golden, but that is not going to save him. And now Doran just trying to run away. T1, it looked like they sort of had an angle and they have half a plan, but it's the getaway that they haven't figured out.
They just don't have enough damage, Atlas, and it's a triple threat here for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. Sure, maybe you can kill one of Zeus, Zeka, or Viper, but you can't get all three. You're never going to get 2 out of 3. And in this fight, Viper does 6,000 damage.
And the ulti comes down from the engaged Braum. Keeper's Verdict gets rid of the Galio, but he's probably the one more hopeful about it as Pop Blossom hits everyone. Zeus goes golden, so does Zeka. He's able to flash his way out the Shockwave onto only one, and it's only Carrier. And so it looks pretty good here for T1. They take down the Aurora and the Orianna, but Viper is still alive. Justice Punch comes in. The front line is still there. The flash is read by Ona as Viper is just gliding away from the fight. He finds the Jarvan, and you got 2 carries, but not the one that matters.
Not the one that matters, not the one they need to get in the end, and Viper plays it so phenomenally there in the end. Kites away, gets the kill, and if we get a replay of this, I want everyone else also to watch the snipe from Zeus with his death rattle, his last breath. Gets the pullback on his Q. Nico taken out here.
T1 are going to be, this is risky for HLE as Doran gets himself in there. He's avoided majoritively though, and the Q does absolutely nothing. Voicing unable to get any steals, and we're going between the worlds, and what's between them? Looking like a game 1 victory here. Just wasn't able to do anything. The Keeper's Verdict is in, and Gumayusi is out of there. Pop Blossom not doing anything here at all, and the Cataclysm comes on through, but I think we know who is at the mercy of the Cataclysm in this game. As this time they'll be able to get Viper. Never mind, Gumayusi doing a fair bit of work, but the Shockwave is gorgeous. He will be able to go into stealth momentarily, but that's a dangerous orb. Still able to actually buy enough time as the dead inhibitor turret will be able to almost, but looking for another culling. Faker taking so much damage here. This is still Cloud Soul for T1 possible, but Zeus is just skipping into the enemy ace. And in the meantime, T1 are also losing the fight on the bottom side. 6 elemental drakes to go down before there's a soul. And more of Malmortius from the grave is what Owner is going to pick up. And I just don't think he's going to have time to use it as HLE are closing in on the exposed nexus of T1. There's still a few members here. They still have 4 left alive.
Guma is going to have to make a miracle happen here in this base defense if we are going to see this turnaround for T1.
Well, there's the Between Worlds for Zeus, already doing so much damage. Goes golden here as well, as Doran taking a fair bit. Heroic entrance just to buy some space here for T1. But Zeus just walks around it, finding these angles beautifully. Gumayusi far too low to get anything done. The self-ult flash from Zeka to hold them in position. And it's all a formality as the Nexus is so close to dead already, and HLE will springboard themselves into a game 2 with a victory in hand.
Phenomenal performances from the carries here of Hanwha Life Esports.
Crash down, flash out, but over the wall comes Peanut, and Goomer is in so much trouble. Satcheled and destroyed. Handshake there, top of the morning to you, says forward for that one. As Delight just walking on over, will find the crash down, the Room Prison in there as well. Cease and desist, and Faker will be taken out. Now Owner is going to come in, but another teleport from Carrier Vault Breaker to try and keep them. As Owner going to face check this brush, and Room Prison comes on down. Their single target pick is revolting.
And Doran will be stopped on his back.
Oh dear, there's a Vault Breaker as Peanut coming around yet again. He'll find the cease and desist, and in fact, Doran will cease to exist.
I mean,
Vault Breaker comes in, there's the cease and desist, Mega Inferno Bomb, and the public execution, and the Annie's just dead. But the rest of the cavalry will turn up. Peanut in a bit of trouble, but he makes it out alive. Zeus will see whether he's going to be so lucky, and Handshake is going to miss, but look at this AoE damage. Immediate flash out from the Rise, as Delight finds the Magnus Storm under 3. Hostile takeover is only on the Metal Horse Pants Girl, and Doran, he has to flash away. This Otacon is now looking worse for wear, and Peanut, he's with the Krugs. They told him that the Mega Inferno Bomb was coming. They told him that... Not that the Vi was coming. There was a realm warp.
I don't know.
I liked it a lot. Season to is going to come on through here as Faker does have Tibbers, but doesn't have his life. And Zeus is going to grab another one, going to spot him, but unable to actually lock Peanut down or anything like that. Can he actually get into the pit? Will he be able to get the smite? The answer is no. Owner locks that one down. Hostile takeover is gigantic as well, but it's the Pantheon going down, and there goes Gumayusi. Zeus wondering which target to go for next as Zekra and Faker doing battle. The flash forward, and there's the blast cone to get Faker to safety, keeping beautiful flank angle as there's a Magnus Storm. Dives on top of Gumayusi, and he's held into the sky. Featherstorm does absolutely nothing, still able to do a fair bit of damage off to the back end, as now Owner's in trouble. Zeus looking for him, as Peanut actually just going to get destroyed. Owner finding a lot more value than I was expecting in that moment, but unable to get the dragon, and that will be secured here by HLE. So is now Doran going golden. Mega Inferno Bomb up yet again, as Doran looking to get himself out of there, punched in the back of the head by Peanut, but Owner is able to get one back as well. He will finally go down though, and now Viper has all the space in the world.
And they've also got this full health Rise to deal with as well. Guma, he's going to have a heroic performance here. He has his flash.
Carrier is looking so incredibly low as well. They know that they cannot lose this soul as Carrier getting a decent amount of work done, and now Gumayusi taking matters into his... Never mind, he's dead. And that is going to be almost an ace because Faker is there in the mid lane, but unable to actually do anything. Bit of damage, but Zeus is going to be there as well. Doran goes over like one mine and then almost dies. Carrier, speaking of which, he's not going to get bailed out of this one. The 3-man Magnus Storm comes in from Delight as well. On the follow-up, and off to the side, the Gwen is dead. The Pantheon soon to follow. A couple of kills do come through for T1 though. Gumayusi able to pick up one off that back end, but still they lose the turret, and HLE, they get a few extra on that one themselves.
Hey, we're going to get this inhibitor easily here, and with Baron and Power Recall still available, they can just get out of here. Commitment from Viper, actually. He wants more with this next wave. Just going to get the TP from Zeus back in. They're looking to end.
These turrets go down so incredibly quickly. Look at this. Every auto is ridiculous, even without the short fuse. And Gumayusi, one bouncing bomb, and half his health bar goes down. Faker's dead as well. And HLE, I think they want to go home early tonight. That is match point up 2-0.
A routing of T1 here. 2 games.
A lot of Twin Fang damage as Carrier looks for the angle but doesn't get it. And Faker is going to be overextended. Zeka takes a fair bit of damage but dashes away. from Viper, but there's the flash in. Ona finds that supreme display of talent, and they take down Peanut immediately, but Mom gets angry, and it's a double kill for the Yunara as a result. Gumayusi angry and looking for even more. Ona is going to move on over, though. Great knockup comes in. Peanut still in a bit of trouble, though, as there is a brilliant ultimate from Zeka, and Mom even picks up a kill. Time as Peanut's going to flash forward. It is going to be secured by Ona, though, but look at the damage from Viper. Gumayusi also starting to pop up, but he's taking so much on the back end. And HLE still staying amongst it. Faker now fighting them by himself. And Zeka keeps himself alive. Still flashes away from Carrier there. Yep, Mom could get pretty angry as well as this goes in. There's Mom down as well, so much AoE damage, but it's the Zinzao that goes down first. Petrifying Gaze is phenomenal, and T1 stand their ground. Viper is the last man standing, and can he actually get anything done is the question. The rapid fire cannon giving him a fair bit of power, but Ona, he has the smite, and it's stolen!
He steals it and kills him!
Oh my god, he flashes forward. Gumayusi down so incredibly low. Faker does finish him off. And let's see how this one's going to go. Viper finding one there as Peanut goes in, looking for a bit of an angle. Delight in a lot of trouble. Has to use the ulti, but the cask doesn't do anything. Doran goes golden. Viper is relatively safe at this point, but you can see T1 still going for it, but both solo lanes are dead. The Yunara is popped like a balloon, and Peanut just puts a spear into the back of Carrier, and it's only Ona left. It wasn't on my bingo card, not today, as the stolen cask is going to deliver to Doran. Not exactly the ideal target as Mom comes down, doesn't get a whole lot of value, but I just don't know whether it matters. Faker off to the side, just getting pulverized by all of these HLE members, and yells into the abyss, doesn't find a target with the ulti. And the rest of T1, not a whole lot of options. Oh, Zeka, at least, yeah, no, that was Peanut that died. Zeka goes down extraordinarily low, so does Zeus. But Viper, he is still at full health with a GA. And Zeka dives forward, avoids everything. Gumayusi gets charmed up and eviscerated. And HLE will march into the base, take down the Nexus, and they will be going further. Like, we don't have T1, we don't have Gen G, we have Kate.